What's up, you guys? UFO Proof here, along with Savannah. We were trying to do this earlier. We had some issues with it. It wasn't going out live, so maybe the video might have popped up that you seen, but it wasn't live. So hopefully this is right now. Jesus. Hopefully I'm not on that one right there. It's gonna just delete something real quick. All right, and these other ones should be good. So. Two beers. Okay, so there. Now we know it's live. Thank God. Sorry about that, you guys. So earlier today we were discussing the new material that To the Stars Academy is supposedly coming out with, and I want to continue that discussion this way with Google Hangouts. Though you guys can come and join in. There will be a link in the comment section of YouTube. So if you want to come in, just click it. Even if you don't have a camera, as long as you have a microphone, you can come and join in, or you can just sit and chat in the comment section, or you can just watch. Yeah, so let me get the link for you guys. I know I had some people asking for it earlier when I was just on my regular live. And I know it's probably too late for them now, so. That should be good. Let's see. And I know it's probably too late for them. I love you, Savannah. Oh shit, Kyle's there. What up, Cupid?
Hi, Cupid.
What up, Steve? What up, Derek? How you guys doing? Here, let me get the link for you guys. Boom. All right, cool. So now that's up, so you guys can come and join Cupid. Get your ass on here.
Say he's already blown his cover. So.
Yeah, we already know you're here now. All right, so but anyway, what we were talking about earlier was the this material that's supposedly coming out by Tom DeLonge from the To the Stars Academy. You know, I used to talk a lot of shit about him and everything, but since those other videos and everything that came out, I gotta say I'm fucking waiting for it, you know. So I'm really stoked about this so-called alien material. I don't know if it's some kind of new metal or if it's a biological, or I'm assuming it's some kind of metal. Like what I heard is that it was off of a craft. I don't know how true that is, but this dry leaf tobacco is fantastic, dude. By the way.
Also, sharing is caring.
Cupid, hurry up and get on here, dude. There's the links up there. Anyone who wants to join, feel free. We're discussing a new metal found by, or that's supposedly coming out, and I don't know when it's coming out. We just got like a little glimpse of it on Instagram, which I think they're doing a good thing by just like kind of piecing it out, you know, this so-called self-disclosure, and just piecing out how much information gets out to the public. I think it's a good way to do it. What are your guys' thoughts and opinions on it? I don't know. Steve, yeah, I doubted Tom as well, but lately I'm more interested in what he's got to say. Exactly, Steve. Because you know, I used to talk shit. I was like, what the fuck is this asshole from Blink-182 gonna talk no shit about UFOs, dude? You know, but he had his sources, man, and it fucking turned out to be correct. What up, Val Gray? How you doing? So I used to talk shit to him, but you know, about him, but my tone changed. You know, once his videos came out, that first video came out from the Pentagon, and then the second one, like a Tic Tac video, and you know, I mean, that's legit shit, dude, straight from the fucking Pentagon, you know, from this advanced aerial threat unit. I was telling Third Base, man, we should make a documentary about this advanced aerial threat unit, dude. I think that'd be fucking cool, man. Yeah, all the way to the top of the chain, right? Um, yeah. So sorry, you guys. Um, yeah, but I'd like to see what this material is. And once that comes out, are people just, you think everyone's going to freak out, say, oh, so UFOs are real, blah, blah, blah. No, no, of course not. That's not going to be enough to make everyone freak out, you know? For the UFO community, it'll be enough to make us freak out. We'll be like, whoa, no shit, dude. Everyone else will be like, yeah, whatever, dude. You know, until a fucking UFO lands on the front lawn of the White House, or until the president of the United States comes out and says UFOs are real, no one's going to fucking give a shit, dude. Hey, what up, Q?
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
Not so bad, miss.
So what do you think about this new material that To the Stars Academy is coming out with? This so-called alien material. You think it's going to be legit?
Is it what they were talking about months and months and months ago? The piece of metal that's got its own gravitational field around it or something or other.
Correct.
Interesting. Let's see what they're going to show us.
You know, the thing is that, you know, why would they say any of that stuff without there being some kind of something to back it up? You know, they're not just going to say it and then come out and say, oh, we have nothing. You know, they have something to back it up. These guys are legitimate scientists and everything. These guys are legitimate people in their field. None of them are taken as a joke. None of them are taken as like an alternative researchers or anything. You know, no, I'm good with that. So, Valkyrie's asking when the third phase documentary comes out August 28th. So be on the lookout for that because it's gonna rock, man. But yeah, so I mean, I think that the way they're doing it is probably fucking correct. Can you guys go over that material again? Are they giving any details on it? Well, they haven't given any details yet. They haven't even brought it out yet. They're just saying that they're going to be bringing it out. They were talking about it months ago, and everyone was super excited about it. Everyone was super excited, and obviously they're like, it's going to be a while before they release it. Well, now they're releasing it. I'm barely hearing about now on your show. Oh yeah, no shit. This shit came out months ago, man. That this was going to come out, and they supposedly have like 23 or 24 more videotapes of UFOs that they're going to be releasing over the next couple of years. And I bet you the tapes are just going to get better and better, you know, until it gets up to something that's fucking probably off the wall, fucking crazy, like an up close video of a straight up UFO, you know.
Don't you just hope that when this new information, if you like, comes out, that we all look at it, we're all super impressed, and we can all say, all these good things.
Right. Right. Dun-dun-dun. I wouldn't open with it, Cupid, but that's fine.
What gets me though is, you know, when all of this first came out, when he first started putting the footage out, right? Everybody is now saying the government released the footage, but that wasn't the way the story went down originally. The guy who, if you like, gave Tom the footage had just started working for him. That guy hadn't been given the footage and told, oh yeah, go and release this footage. This wasn't the government saying, oh yeah, we're going to release this footage. That guy was given the footage, and it was supposed to originally have been something to do with, he'd been given it to do with training or something like that, you know, like training purposes.
Oh, well, what up, Smooth? How you doing, buddy?
But he went to Tom DeLonge. They then put it out, and now it's suddenly, oh, the government released this.
Well,
But that wasn't the
is that
way it went down originally.
what happened is that they had to go through the proper channels. So they had to go to the the DOD and shit, and they weren't able. The problem is like, okay, so they couldn't get the videos declassified. All right, but what their solution was is, let us get the little sections of it that you can declassify, and so we can get the video out there. That's why the videos are only like a minute long. You don't see the beginning, you don't see the end. It's to keep anything that's any other classified information, like on how they actually captured it or something like that, that they need to they need to hide it and edit it like that, so you can get I like reading your shirt, so they can do that,
Yeah, man.
Pokenoms. I've got to admit, Savannah, and this is going to sound awful, but when I was looking at your shirt, I didn't pay attention to the writing.
He's like, he had no idea what it said.
At least you're honest.
Like, what's up, Gyro? See, look, dude, Gyro can get on here. Someone earlier was saying that Gyro can't get on here. I was like, he was on here all the time, dude. Anyway, and supposedly this metal is from a crashed flying saucer, which, if true, I mean, I just want to know, where does the metal lie in the periodic table of elements? Where does it? Is it like, what if it's like gallium or mercury or something? What if it's some kind of like liquid metal, or what if what if it's like something that's that has like fucking stable isotopes, like element 115 or whatever, like 246 or whatever, where it reaches the island of stability. What if it's some kind of incredibly dense fucking metal? I mean, like, God, I just want to know what it looks like, dude. They probably know very much about it. I bet you they just know that it has some different elements that don't originate in our solar system, and it probably originates, all the elements that are in our solar system originate when the solar system is born, and so in another solar system, you can have completely different elements. It just depends on what kind of star you have. If you have a neutron star, if you have a fucking magnetar or whatever, it all depends on what happens when your solar system is created. Excuse me. That will dictate what kind of elements are in your environment. And so, I mean, there could be other, metals and other elements out there, far heavier elements, that simply don't exist in our solar system, but they could occur naturally somewhere else, or they could be produced synthetically in a lab here, maybe microns at a time, or atoms at a time, but they might be produced naturally somewhere else, like, we know material, what is alive? Are we talking about this kind of material metal? Exact same. What's up, Kyle? I'm about to hit the 4-footer in your honor. Washington kill misses you, brother. Hell yeah, buddy. They should still be in the periodic table, though. Well, of course they should still be in the periodic table, but there's a point where our table stops, But I mean, in theory, it still keeps going. You could always keep adding to the fucking periodic table, So, I mean, there's a bunch of it we know for a fact that is missing. There's a whole there's like a big chunk of it we know for a fact is missing. Thing heavier than lithium is produced is in supernovas. Correct, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Is that somewhere else, different elements can be produced that could be produced naturally in their solar system. Where here we can't reproduce. We can only reproduce like atoms of it or whatever.
Well, there's certain things that when they make them in space, they actually are different to if you were to make them on Earth. But you know what I would love to see when this whole metal release comes out, if that's what we're getting, would be a sheet of what looks like silver foil that when you wrap it up.
Oh yeah, right.
You know where I'm going. You know where I'm going.
Who would that be, dude?
Jesse Marcel.
Right there are elements that are very rare. Earth, iridium, for example. Well, of course, there's a bunch of them, you know. um, but I mean, like, there could be different elements that this is made of. I mean, that are extraterrestrial completely. I mean, but that's the thing. Also, the thing is, it could be from a craft, but it might not be extraterrestrial. It might be the same metals that's already here. I mean, why couldn't the same fucking table of elements exist in another solar system where you would have helium and iron and all these other things, all these other heavy elements that would come together and reproduce the same thing? Like gold, for example. Why wouldn't they? I could definitely see that happening on, in another solar system. And so what if the material is made out of stuff that is actually found here on Earth, but they claim it's from an extraterrestrial craft? What do we do then? Non-schooling. You guys are supposedly free thinking, and you're going to just accept the next thing the government and military tell you. How long have you been watching this fucking channel, dude? Obviously not long, because no, we fucking absolutely do not just accept what the government and military are going to tell us. We've been saying this shit forever against them, that they're still investigating UFOs, that they're that they still have programs in the Pentagon, which they did, which they were lying, which we were right.
Your camera is locked on me, by the way. I know you want some eye candy, but
I know I switched it off, dude, because I couldn't stand looking at your ugly ass anymore. Yeah, so we can tell from the spectra of the faraway stars and planets what they're made of. Well, yeah, of course we can tell what they're made of, but I mean, we can't tell exactly what fucking elements exist there, I mean, we can make assumptions, based on what evidence we can gather, but there's a bunch of stuff we're not able to, that you need actual samples to be able to test for. What up, John? How you doing, buddy?
When they release this information, what do you think the worst is we're going to hear, and what do you think the best is we're going to hear?
The worst is they don't tell us where the material came from. Okay? That's going to be the worst. They don't tell us where it came from. The best scenario is they tell us exactly where it fucking came from. That's really it. Its origins. Where did you collect the sample? If they can't tell us because it's classified, then we're gonna have issues. So that's the best case scenario.
And what if the best scenario out of them two is, oh yeah, we made this metal due to blah 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 blah, and just a shitload of science and no information when it comes to anything interesting as such, apart from a jump in science.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, the thing is once you get it from the scientists, they're going to have a scientific review done on it. Basically, they're going to have a paper written on it for any other scientist who's going to want to read it. So that way you can validate. Hey, Susie, that way you can validate everything that's going on, because when physicists or whatever say this to come out with a paper, they're going to come out with the exact experiment, so any of their colleagues can attempt to duplicate it, because that's what they want. So that's what I'm expecting to see. I'm expecting to see, like, we should be able to fucking look at the exact fucking the exact layout of the material. What is the is it, is there a biology to it? Is it is it some kind of machine? What I mean, like, nano fucking bots, whatever, you know? That's what I want to know. Sad pussy. At some point soon, we're probably going to discover a planet in another solar system that has an atmosphere that's made out of nitrogen and oxygen, and that can only mean one thing about that planet. Exactly, you know, I mean, it's only a matter of time until we find that fucking planet. You know, no, so what's this Ross 124 or whatever it's a rocky planet with a surface temperature of around 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, I don't know if there's any water on it, you know, but there's a fucking there's a point where it's just around 75 degrees like all the fucking time. Like you could just totally go out there and exist, like totally fine. The weather would be perfect. What up, Sean? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Smooth saying correct. Only a matter of time. No, it is. It is only a matter of time before that happens. So, what up, Scratch? How you doing, buddy? But I'm really interested in what this this metal is, you know. Check this out, you guys.
More tobacco.
Ooh, dry leaf tobacco.
Dry leaf tobacco. I'll see if I can get you focused. I'm trying to get to focus, sorry. See that? I like a nice golf ball high, dude. Called a wedding cake. Anyway, pretty good. So yeah, but I think anything that they're gonna come out with is gonna be good. That their other videos that they came out with were, I thought, really legit, and I thought they had a lot of credible evidence to back them up. And so I expect the same thing to happen with this material, that they're going to have legitimate material and a lot of evidence to back it up.
See, I think what they've put out so far is legit. I don't think all the stories about, oh yeah, it was an F-18 following friggin' the next model of plane and all of that crap. I think the footage was legitimate. What it was, I don't know.
It was a fucking UFO. That footage is fucking nuts, dude. Okay, so that one footage where it's it's the black thing that kind of turning in the sky is nuts. It's not an airplane. I don't care what people say. And then second, that Tic Tac fucking footage, that long white cylindrical UFO flying over top of the ocean, that was fucking crazy, man. That was like clear as day too, dude. I mean, what was it? How could it fly? It was like a little tube, a little cigar. How did it have propulsion? What was keeping it in the air? What was giving it speed? There was no fucking ignition. There was no fucking kind of propulsion on it. There was no rocket engines or wings or propellers or anything like that. But this little thing could fly. Like, I mean, that's fucking nuts, man.
But wasn't the footage still disappointing, the fact that it was so short?
Of course it was disappointing it was short, but the fact is that we got that footage. If they had to edit, and so they could only give us a little piece of it, because probably the way they caught the footage, is probably classified. It's probably caught on some kind of classified camera or some kind of classified aircraft or something, or other means of, recording stuff. And so they had to cut that out so you couldn't see where it's from or what was going on. But they were able to give you a little snippet of it to show you, hey, look, this is what we see. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Yep, cheers, scratch. You know? Cubit, can you take over for a minute?
Do I have to?
Yep. Take on over, dude.
So what the hell made you get that t-shirt, Savannah?
It was a gift actually. Back when I was in high school, someone gave it to me, and I just think it's hilarious. They actually got my brother and I matching shirts like this, so he has like this very kind of feminine yellow colored shirt that's just so stupid, but it makes us laugh. So,
God damn it, Cubit, talk about UFOs.
Talk about UFOs.
I got like a channel to run here.
Thanks for sharing this to me. I appreciate that. Back to business.
Right. So,
right.
Do you know about the whole Tom DeLonge thing and the way all of that went down?
I don't. I'll be honest. I live in the middle of nowhere, and I don't do a lot of social media or paying attention to anything. I just kind of keep to myself and bother my kids all the time. But I like sitting around and listening to it. It's cool to hear you guys talk about it, and that's me learning a little bit. Got some catching up to do, I'll admit, but I'm trying. I don't know anything about anything,
Tell her who
but
it
I'm
is.
trying.
Tell her what it is, Cubit.
Well, with the whole thing that's supposed to be releasing, it's supposed to be a piece of metal, come from possibly or probably maybe a UFO. And this piece of metal, when you put an electrical current on it, it creates its own magnetic force around the piece of metal, which is a little bit unusual. It's probably something, in my opinion, it's possibly or probably something that could be made on Earth or being produced on Earth. But when it comes out, it's going to be eye-opening either way.
I thought that it was supposed to create its own anti-gravitational field.
It's something like that.
Well, it sounds very questionable.
It would be fucking awesome. I want to see it done. But if they say if that's what they say, then chances are that's probably what it is.
I just hope they don't bring out a freaking chunk of metal and go, oh, look, this is the chunk of metal. Ooh, it's from a UFO. Ooh. If they're saying it's got this, that, and the other, I hope they do actually go into detail and explain the science behind it.
I think they're going to, because there are scientists and chemists and biologists and metallurgists and all these other guys behind it. So these guys are putting their credit on the line, their reputation on the line, to bring this stuff out. So I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. The thing is, people are gonna check. They're gonna say this shit online, and people online are gonna fucking go check and verify everything and find out that they're telling the truth. Because if they're lying, I mean, that's the stupidest thing they could do.
Yeah, it would destroy them.
Yeah, Susie's saying cool concept, like electrons and neutrons are creating their own gravity, kind of correct. What they're doing is like Bob Lazar said, was that they're amplifying and Tom DeLonge agreed and said this is how they do it, that they fucking amplify the gravity A wave, the strong nuclear force, and amplify it like a wave, like a microwave, or like when you run an oscillator or whatever, and you can see the wave pattern. That they amplify this gravity A wave, this strong nuclear force, around the craft, and then once it's in its own gravitational field, the planet's gravitational field has no effect on it. So you could do 1,000 miles an hour and take a right turn, and you're not going to smash into the wall and disintegrate, because you don't feel, there would be no inertia. Inertia wouldn't exist in there. Only within the craft itself would inertia exist. Outside of it, there is no inertia. So you wouldn't be slamming up into the wall. Um, uh, and because of that, you're actually distorting space time. You're actually you're like distorting space time in front of you. So you're constantly chasing a little bit of distortion. And when it distorts, it actually pulls space time closer to you. So you fall like into space time. You like fall over to a place that's far away, you know. And like a single trip, you're all the way over there on the other side of the fucking universe. Because we know we can work space time, and so with enough energy, and they're using an antimatter reactor, which would produce all kinds of fucking energy. And when you focus that, and you could bend space time like the space time is bent around the sun, you could curve it and help bring it closer to you. Hence, the little time it would take to travel. You know. Smooth is saying warp drive. Scratch is saying electromagnetism. Susie, like the moon pulling on the ocean, but in reverse, very cool. What's up, Betsy? How you doing, baby? Justin saying, hey, Zach, take a relax pill. I think you mean take a chill pill. Betsy's saying, hey, dude, finally got you live. Howdy doody. Yep, finally, baby. You're doing good? All right, good to hear. Yeah, so that's what I think about the, you know, that's what Tom's saying, how the crafts actually work. So to see a metal that could actually produce this effect, you know, I mean, perhaps that's how they got the crafts in the first place. Perhaps there's a metal that that is created naturally that they can use to produce these effects, you know. Like us, we have natural magnets in our solar system that can help produce magnetic effects. Maybe they have natural metals that help amplify the effects of bending space time or something, you know. Who fucking knows? Just saying. Yeah, it's getting a little crazy, but come on, people.
Oh, Kyle, did you get the opportunity to have a look at the whole Rene Cruz thing?
No, I didn't. Like I said, I have issues getting on fucking line and being on the computer. Like I can do it on my phone, but I can't do it on my computer. But now that I'm on there, I will do that.
Rene's been asking me for like well over a week or two.
All right. Yeah, I'll find out.
The stream. Don't know what the hell has happened, like, but.
Yes, Kyle. Me, BB Cooper, and myself are fucking cool. We're super cool. We fucking talked everything out, man. That's my fucking homie, and we're all good. And we're gonna be doing the fucking video together and letting everybody know what's up, man. There was a video of me talking shit about Alex. I actually took that shit down, you know, out of fucking respect, man. Fucking, you know, we're total water under the bridge, man. Yeah, so I can't wait. I can't wait to see this fucking material, dude. When it's presented to the world, which could be 2 months from now, which could be a week from now. Who fucking knows, man? They're supposed to be putting out other videos too, and I don't know how long this whole thing's supposed to take. For them releasing everything, like if it's supposed to take, you know, a couple of years, which is what I'm assuming, or, you know, a decade, or, I mean, I know it's not just going to be a couple months because it's already been over a year. Yeah, Smooth is asking, when is this supposed to be released? Like I said, I don't fucking know. You know, it could be a week, it could be 6 months, who knows, man.
Do you think they're dragging their feet on purpose? Because to me, it feels like they're dragging their feet.
No, I think that they're not dragging their feet. They're probably keeping right on schedule. You know, they probably have it scheduled out to fucking to release it every so many months or many years or whatever, and they have it set up like that. Maybe it's like a 5-year long plan of we're going to release this stuff over 5 years, and we're going to do it like this, and so we're going to, you know, they probably have specific dates and everything set out of when they're going to release stuff, because all these guys seem to know when stuff's getting released early, so they're all in on it. So they're all sitting there discussing, saying, this is when we're going to release this, this is, you know, and this will help people acclimate to the idea of it being real and accepting it, and people not freaking out over it. And so the people who want to, you know, believe it can believe it. The people who don't want to believe it don't have to. You get it? It's like, it's disclosed to us. They're basically going to come out and say, for the people who believe in UFOs, yes, you're right. And for the people who don't believe in UFOs, you don't have to believe in it. They're not, it doesn't matter, you know? So it's like, they're not going to, and no president's going to come out and say anything. It's just going to be the people like us who are just going to be like, yeah, see, this is the evidence to prove it. And if you guys don't believe it, well, that's your own fault. That's like believing the earth is flat, you know? It's like that if you don't believe it, that it's round, that's your own fucking fault. And it's basically going to be like until everyone just agrees of the truth.
Problem for me, though, is by that time, if they do it over the next 5 years, I'll probably have grown older and died.
I don't think you're going to die in the next 5 years. I think you got a little bit longer than that.
So screw Tom DeLonge.
He's like, hurry the fuck up, dude. He's like, I don't know. Maybe I don't have 5 years, dude. You need to hurry the fuck up, man. I'm kind of ready to go. Scratch is saying, I don't think they'll ever make full disclosure. Knowledge is power, and they want all the power all the time. Knowing stuff that we don't, to them is that power. That is very true, Scratch. Kanyo says, turning in again. What's up, Kanyo? How you doing, buddy? As Christopher is saying, it has very little to do with aliens and everything to do with tech ruining the petrodollar and the fossil fuels. That's true, too. Christopher Keats, you're not a flat earther, are you? Who the fuck are you talking about? We make great pets, porno for pyros. It's a fucking band. Who does Christopher think is a flat earther? Did someone say something stupid? Christopher, sometimes people say stupid shit in the comments, but they're just joking. There's no flat earthers on this channel. Believe me. A flat earther, get the guns, boys. Right? Exactly. You know, we're like fucking, we go off on flat earthers, man. Oh, come on, against the channel. They're so fucking ignorant. Oh, God, they hurt my brain, man. And you can't fucking fuck with them, dude, because they'll fucking onslaught you with just stupidity, dude. Just coming out with the scene. It's like, oh, God, just please learn how to understand how math works first, then come back and talk. It's like not a single one of them knows how to do math. Not a single one of them could actually do fucking math. None of them could figure out any kind of equation. It's just like, what? I don't. You know, they're like, yeah, the sun's 3,000 miles away. That makes sense. Can't live without humor, right? Yeah, flat Earth conspiracy theories will not get you far here. Exactly. Considering I can prove it's bloating in my backyard with a pair of binoculars, right? Oh, fucking Christopher, you gotta stop arguing about it with people. We're just like, you know, get out of here, you fucking idiot, because these fucking dumbasses, you know, because you said something about flat Earth a minute ago. Yeah, I was making fun of fucking flat Earthers. I was saying, you know, you have to accept that the Earth is round. You know, that fucking, there's a point where you just have to accept that fucking UFOs are real and the Earth is round, you know? And we're not alone in the universe, dude. And we're not the center of the universe. This is shit you have to just accept. You know, as time goes on, people realize it, you know? There he is. What up, Q?
He came back earlier, too. He just popped up for a second, and then he went back to the other screen. I think I didn't see that.
I don't know if you can hear us. Can you hear us? You got no sound.
Oh, sorry, I'd muted myself. My bad.
There you go.
I'm such
There
a
you go.
noob with Hangouts.
Yeah, fucking goober. um,
I was nearly going to actually unsub because I heard you saying something about you believe in flat Earth. That was all I caught.
no, we're making fun of somebody. I was making fun of flat earthers, and someone thought I was a flat earther, and now it's all figured out. Yeah, Stony is saying flat earthers are triggering me so hard. Damn, I can't understand it. Yeah, no, same thing happens to me, dude. They fucking trigger the fuck out of me. How about people that think a dome over the earth, right? Betsy, that shit's just as fucking stupid. It's like, you fucking, where the fuck do meteorites come from if there's a goddamn dome over the earth, you know? They're like, oh, those are fucking angel turds that just live up in the fucking clouds, you know?
Meteorites are part of the dome that have fallen off.
You know, I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. Betsy, I was looking for footage of high altitude nuke tests earlier today, and the comment section was full of comments from people who think there's a dome over the earth. Oh God, dude! You know, and I love watching those videos and those high altitude nuke tests. Those are cool. As what's up, fucking Project Rainbow or Project Starfish? One of the two. What's going on with the new metal? Where is it? Oh, Mike, it's with the To the Stars Academy, and they're going to be testing it soon, and hopefully, we're going to find out what it is. You know,
I know she asked me how my day was earlier too, but I didn't want to interrupt. You're
Star,
right. This is it.
Starfish Prime, was that the name of it, Smooth? No shit, dude. I can't believe I got that right, dude. Holy fuck. I can't believe I remember the name of the fucking. It's not like I watched that today or some shit, dude. Okay, motherfucker, watched that shit today. How the fuck did I get that? Starfish Prime, dude. No shit. I thought I was just pulling that out of my ass. No, I was like, Project Starfish, you know? Lucky fucking guess, dude. All right, what up, Harry Toe? Starfish Prime. No shit. That's what I thought it was, like Project Starfish or some shit like that. They're fucking lighting fucking nukes in the sky, man. That would have been cool to see, man. Dome over the earth like the ozone layer. No, like a fucking dome, dude. Like, you know, like a Jetsons car fucking dome, you know? What kind of tattoo you have there? She got a fucking.
I have a lot of them.
She got a tattoo all up and down her arm. Oh. There you go. There you go.
Cool tat.
Oh, thank you.
Don't you think Starfish Prime sounds like an 80s kids sci-fi series?
Starfish Prime sounds like a fucking it sounds like a fucking a techno underground punk band. Oh, we're gonna go check out Starfish Prime. Yeah, dude. Oh, you guys rock. Mr. Philip, yeah, cheers, parrot. Rob saying, oh, it's nice, you lucky dog, took you to in love. That's fucking right.
That's not even half my tattoos, and I'm not gonna show you.
Boo!
He's like, boo, boo, shout out your boobs.
So, someone boot Savannah. Boot her.
Harassed my girlfriend and asked to see her titties, dude. That's terrible, man. Show that one tattoo titty, dude.
Sorry, guys, he said no.
You'll get us in trouble, dude. Wait till we're off of fucking YouTube Live.
Yeah, save that for the after show.
Anyway, we're not live anymore. Then it's all good. Dude. Then I could have left the street lights in Hawaii, which was 1,000 miles away. What did Surface Prime is how they figured out what EMP can do. Oh no shit, man. Yeah, you know, exploding a nuclear bomb sets off EMPs, man. And so, yeah, what a good way to test it and shit, man. Probably, you know, and I heard, what was it, that they had to inform the Russians and shit, you know, anyone who's up in space, like, hey, we're going to be doing this. So, you know, even though we don't like you right now, we don't want to fuck you up. And they're like, oh, thank you for telling us, dude, because, like, don't blow that shit up, man. Are you Italian, Savannah? No.
Read the next part.
And I won't ask you about piercings. No,
I
she's
don't
not
have that
Italian.
many. I do have. What's? I have Italian.
No, I said you're not Italian. But you're Irish.
I'm mostly Irish.
Yeah, you're mostly Irish. Yeah, but that's just a.
Well, I'm sorry, it's not enough for you. So, okay. Whatever you say.
I was born on top of a pizza. Okay. Tesla 1 got roasted by radiation. That's fucking awesome, dude. Smooth is saying they accidentally destroyed the first TV satellite with it. No shit, dude. What up, James? How you doing, buddy? Doing good? Was it Antarctica test that created the radiation belts? Scratch saying, I've always wondered, was it Antarctica test that created the radiation belts? No, absolutely not. They existed anyway. It's from the sun. Susie says, sexy girl, sorry, proof. Where were we? Oh yeah, these fucking medals, you guys. Yeah. I can't wait for it. I hope this shit comes out sooner rather than later. But I'm ready to see some more UFO videos. What up, Dennis? How you doing, buddy? Dennis, I think it was you that asked about the video about the fucking missing capstones. You can go and check out Third Phase of Moon. I did a video on their channel for it, man. Yeah, Starfish Prime created its own radiation belt. It's faded over time, but there's still some bits of it up there 50 years on. Oh, yeah, I bet, dude. You know, probably very little, but of course, I bet you there's still a belt up there from it. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so anyway, oh yeah, I want to see what this new material can do. I wonder if there's any way to be able to replicate what this material can do. Like, I mean, if it's able to create its own anti-gravitational field, if they figured out how to turn it on and off, I mean, that's amazing. You know, then you just have to fucking recreate the metal, and if we could do it synthetically, I mean, how cool would that fucking be, dude? You know, it's just a problem is, what if it's made from a fucking element that we can't synthesize, or, you know, one that we can only synthesize atoms of, you know? What happens then? That would suck. What if you need that metal to do it? What if no other metal could do it? You know, what it couldn't stand the stress of fucking traveling through space-time. Only this certain element can stand that without, you know, and like contain its own fucking field, its own gravitational field. Perhaps it's some fucking element that allows this to happen. My thoughts on this new coffin found with the alabaster head is that they took an old coffin that was already there and repurposed it. Because why the fuck would you put 3 dudes in the same coffin? That's just stupid, you know? They repurposed it. They didn't build it for that. That wasn't for them. It was for somebody else, man. And they took the body out of it and threw these guys in there. That's what it was.
Do you not think they maybe just wanted a threesome and got locked in by accident?
You know, I mean, they could have been having some kind of ancient Roman orgy. I mean, they were known for that. They were getting down in a fucking coffin of salt water. You know, they're like, "Oh, give it to me, Maximus," and they got trapped inside. It's possible, you know. More likely, like I said before, it's like probably 3 brothers who died in fucking battle like badasses, and they threw them in there because they're like, oh, dude, we love you guys, but we gotta go. So we found this one coffin for all 3 of you. Just get in there and be together, brothers, because we love you and you guys love each other, and
Yeah, we've got to go, so we're gonna fuck about putting your bodies into that thing and moving. What did it weigh? 30 tons? The lid?
Oh no, it wasn't that heavy because they just had a couple dudes move it.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was pretty small.
Oh, right.
Romans are known to have sex parties. Yes, they are. Sean saying, I think they repurposed it and used it as torture. That's a terrible fucking thought, Sean. Jesus Christ, but you could be right. I mean, I definitely agree with the repurposing of it. What they used it for afterwards, I don't fucking know. Why the 3 dudes were in there, I have no idea. Like I said, maybe 3 brothers or whatever. 3 fucking pedophiles that got tortured to death. Sean could be right. I have no fucking clue. There's not enough evidence to go on. That fucking alabaster head don't mean shit. The 2 things could be at 2 totally different times. The coffin obviously doesn't belong to the fucking Roman soldiers. That's obvious. It doesn't belong to them. Okay, it belongs to the same group as what's held in the Serapeum in Saqqara and what's held in the Tomb of Osiris. All right, that's where it belongs, is with those things. Whenever they're from, who knows? Do you have a YouTube, Savannah? No.
No, I'm lame.
It's just weird 3 people on sludge, so they definitely weren't buried, right? Right? I mean, how did that salt water get in there? That's what's interesting, is that it's salt water. How did it get in there? Was it put in there and then sealed? Because they found it sealed. So what did it seep through? And if it did seep through, where did the salt water come from? Why was there salt water running over this thing? Maybe it was so long ago when they opened it up, they pulled the body out, there was still salt water in there, and they just dumped the bodies in it. And the salt water is still in there because it's so fucking ancient. It was like under the ocean at one time. Whoa, that's nuts. Yeah, I took it there. Made example of for some reason, maybe. Yeah, they were buried alive with salt water, right? Rob says the 3 wise men. People say that all the time. Why? What they're, they had fucking like rusted Roman armor and shit. So why would they be the 3 wise men? That's just stupid.
And if they all ended up in that one coffin, they weren't that fucking wise, were they?
Right? How fucking wise could they be? They all 3 ended up in the same fucking coffin. Yeah. All right, Susie, have fun, baby. Anyone see that people wanted to drink the red soup? It's like salt water and rust. It's red because it's rust, dude. Fucking rust is what made the water red, nothing else. They're like, it's blood. It's just, shut the fuck up with all that goddamn rust fucking water.
And it being blood makes it more appealing to drink?
Apparently, these psychos. Scratch. Originally, I thought there was liquidated human bodies after decomposing. The bodies, something like 8% water, being sealed far underground. It may not have evaporated. Now it was fucking salt water, like ocean water was found in it, And that's what's interesting is if you look at like the Great Pyramid, it looks like a bunch of fucking water was raining down on this bitch, and there was a fucking thick layer of salt found throughout the Great Pyramid. There's a layer of salt found throughout all the rooms of the Great Pyramid. So where did that come from? Did it come from the ocean at one time? Was there salt water covering the Great Pyramid at one time? And is that why it looks like there's been so much water damage to it? Is that what happened? Where did that salt come from? Why would they put that salt on there? However, they did use salt to mummify people. So if this was a burial chamber, maybe there was some kind of, they thought there was a religious practice with using the salt to put it on the walls for some reason. I'm just fucking trying to throw shit out there. What up, Smooth? What are you doing, dude?
Building. Trying not to put my eye out with carbon fiber strips.
Oh, careful, dude. Turn your camera on.
Yeah, I'm working on this thing. It's gonna be my night plane.
Fuck yeah, I want to see it, man.
Yeah, I should. Ooh, hey, this fits. Okay. I was trying to see if the strips fit on the back of this Elevon, and they do. So I got to glue this on here to make this stiff. Hold on, I'll try to like do a dry fit of it real quick.
Could I have been a fresh water that absorbs salt from the mummies? That's possible. You know, I mean, that's possible. Maybe some salt deposits came in from the iron, and you know, maybe salt actually in pouches that the guards were carrying bags of salt with them. You know, I mean, it's very valuable back then. So, which they couldn't tell the difference between that, you know, fucking salt and fucking, you know, because they could have been carrying sea salt on them. You know. Yeah, shot away its gross, bloody body part rust saltwater soup, right? Exactly. 3 dudes do.
There we go. That's it. But I gotta put lights on it.
Smooth. That's only a little one. That's what she said.
Da-da-da. Heard of flowers and spices were salt one of those spices? Yeah, they used to pack bodies and, you know, mummies in salt and shit. But these guys weren't mummified, you know? They were just fucking thrown in there to fucking decompose them. Which security video? Can you guys see this thing? Oh, there. I see. Let's see it, Cyrus. Hold up your plane. Oh, that's fucking bad, dude. Hold it back so we get a better shot of it. Yeah. I want to see it in profile, man. I think I might have actually seen it before, though. Right, what's the kind of thank you for your courage and dedication. Are you able to post a link? No, Susie, you gotta be a moderator to post a link.
So this piece of metal, do you think they're gonna show us it? They're gonna tell us it's got these amazing capabilities, and where does it go from there? Are we stuck with a piece of metal that's got all these scientific fucking theories behind it?
It's man-made. Sean, I mean, why would they go off on something that was man-made, dude? You know, what would be the big deal about that? We would be able to know it's man-made. You know, it's gonna have to be something big. It's gonna have to be something different. You know.
Yeah, but if it's something that they've got that's like 20 years ahead of what the public have seen, to us, that will be amazing and fantastical. Whereas in actual fact, it could be like 30 years behind what they've actually got. If they're like, say, 50 years ahead with the technology that they're keeping secret, they could show us something 30 years old in like where they're up to. And we could still look at that and be like, oh my God, that is amazing.
Well, I mean that that's true, but I mean the thing is that I don't think they'd be making a big deal out of it if it's not a big deal, you know. I don't think they'd hype it up and bring it out if it's something that's going to be easily debunked and discredit them and make their whole thing look like a joke. They got a lot of money riding on this shit,
But if it's 20 years ahead, it's not a joke. It's still wow.
Well, yeah,
But
I mean that could be it. It could be maybe they got a hold of something from people that's just so super fucking advanced that we don't know what it is. But who knows, man? I mean, we just have to wait and see when it comes out. But yeah. So anyway,
have you started working? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Have you started working on a new dance video for Third Phase? Didn't they want you to do another one?
I don't know. Did they?
I thought they asked you to, a new caterpillar thing or
Yeah, we're talking
walking
about
backwards
like
thing.
Yeah,
are you gonna
have
a go at doing the worm?
I'll be the fucking worm. Shit, man. If they want to take it all old school, fuck, man. No, yeah, well, this is basically what I wanted to come out and say. Like I said, and too bad Cyrus took forever to join us. So now I'm already ready to go. We've already been on it for like an hour, so it's probably time to wrap it up. But I want to thank everyone for joining us. And don't forget, you can to go and get the UFO Proof app on Google Play Store. Also, go there's a link in the description where you can score all UFO Proof merchandise, shirts, sweaters, beanies, hats, socks, all that good shit. Go pick it up. You can also donate to me on PayPal, and there's a link for it on the app. You can support me on Patreon, all that good stuff. Also, make sure you go and look for Third Phase of Moon's new video, their Giza Pyramid video. Go check that out, because what's he holding now? Mm-hmm. Is that one wing? Holy shit!
That's
nice.
just the wing. I gotta cut this thing. I'm trying to find something to cut it with.
It's gonna be fucking awesome, man. Now hopefully we'll get to see Cyrus's fly his plane soon. And what else am I forgetting? Yeah, go check out that Giza Pyramid video after the Phase video. Go and share it with everybody. And that new trailer video, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next time, everybody. Thanks everybody, Cyrus, Cuban, Savannah, everybody who came out and commented for coming and joining me. And I'll see you guys next time. All right, UFO Proof out.